turf sprint will be run over the same layout as the juvenile version, and as with that one, closers of those drawn outside that don't have early speed are up against it. This race is often pure chaos, and that's especially true this year. Arzak was very good early last year before tailing off, and he stayed tailed off for a year until he made a nice forward move at Keeneland last time out. It's hard to know what this one will do off this pattern, but he's one of many who can win if he fires and can avoid a wide trip. Big Invasion ran very fast over the summer as a 3-year-old, but hasn't gotten any better since, and there's no reason to think he will now. Brad Sell ran a big one at Ascot, ran a couple of points worse than a couple of months' rest, then threw a stinker when they brought him back only 2 weeks later. This is a classic O2X, and we note this guy has run well fresh and off non-efforts before. Caravel won this race last year by pairing up her top and saving ground. This year she's not coming into this off good efforts, and we note when they brought her out west a couple of years ago, she did not fire. Gear Jockey occasionally runs a really big race, then tails off. This year he comes in off a forward move and a couple of months' rest. This horse is going to California twice and run okay both times with a wide trip last time at Del Mar. Overall, this guy is similar to Arzak. If he fires and without a trip, he has a shot. We only have one figure for Jasper Crone, and that one wasn't good enough to contend with these. Live in the Dream developed a lot from 2 to 3, and again this year while being heavily raced. This gelding ran the race of his life, 2 back to win a Grade 1, and if he gets back to that, he has a shot. But we think with all that development, the top took something out of him for a while. Motorius started getting better late last year, and way better in his last 2. He had at least 2 months rest into both of those and gets that again now. This is one of the fastest horses in the race, and there's no reason to think he won't fire. Motorius has to work out a trip like everyone else, but if he does, he's the horse to beat. No Balls often saves ground on the lead, which makes his figures worth a point or 2 better. The horses Ravelli is sent to California have run okay. 2 are in this race. This is 1. Rosa Sudebra got a lot faster this year and exploded with a big one at Saratoga, 2 back. The bounce that followed was exacerbated by extremely soft ground. Grass horses run a high percentage of tops to begin with, and with 6 weeks rest, there's a good chance a healthy developing one will get right back to her top. Rosa Sudebra gets weight worth about a half a Thoro-Graph point from the boys here, and she does run her top and works out a trip. She's a major player at a price. The bet we would really like to make is that the first 5 in the turf sprint are separated by no more than 2 lengths. The opinions we do have are that we're against Caravel and Live in the Dream as favorites. And with Saez in the outside post, Arzak is screwed. A lot of horses are usable. Brad Sell, Gear Jockey, Nobles, Rosa Sudebra, and Motorius.